So instead of moving everything, I just erased Friday. Okay. Yeah, and Monday was just never there.
So it's just technically just Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, Friday. Okay. All right, so let's think about this. If I have x squared to the 4th, what does that mean?
X squared times 5. No, x squared to the 4th.
So x squared times
X squared 4 times.
x squared. Okay. Okay. So if I were to just make this x to just 1 power, what would that power be? 8. Jace, how'd you get 8?
Because I just added all of them.
Oh, we're multiplying, and so we added all of those exponents together. Okay, so if you were to guess, if I was here and didn't do any of this to get here, how might I do that? Welcome to today's rule. When we have a power to a power, we are going to multiply our exponents. Okay? Now, we can either take the long way, like I just showed you, or we can just accept this shortcut. We like shortcuts, right? I like shortcuts. Okay? I showed you why it happens. Here's the rule. Let's use it for a shortcut. Okay? So, number 1, x squared raised to the 5th would be x to the 10th. Okay. How about you write down what you think for number 2? David, what did you write down?
N to the power 20 and then n to the power 60.
Okay, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Now, I'm a little confused about number 3 because I don't know what the exponent of c should be.
It's just 1.
So c has an exponent of 1. So when I take that third power, it becomes c to the 3rd and d to the 6th because we just multiply each of those. Okay. Now, that's the new rule for today. Okay. Now, what we need to be able to do, we need to be able to apply it when we have coefficients. We can do that. That's fine. But we also need just to recognize when we use this rule versus our product rule from the other day. Okay. So let's look at number 4. Now we have 5x to the 7th in parentheses raised to the 2nd power. Okay. So this means that 5 gets squared and x to the 7th gets squared. So we have 25 x to the 14. Okay. We have to make sure that when we have a coefficient, it gets the exponent. Okay, we're not multiplying those numbers. That's 5 to the 2nd. 5 squared is 25. Okay. Okay. What I want you to do, I want you and your elbow partner to write down what you think the answer is for 5, 6, and 8.
Anybody on this day will make calculator? Brian? Do you need a calculator?
Em, do you want a calculator?
No.
She said no. Yeah, you can.
Ow.
The caret. So this right here raises to a power. But why are you taking 4 to the 4th?
Well, it's because I'm on number away. Because I'm trying to fix things.
Okay. So I only want you to do 5, 6, and 8.
I know. I got ahead.
Okay. Okay. In number 5. Tell me, what do you guys get? Okay. Okay, so here is the deal. This is what I'm noticing. This to the 5 needs to go to the 2, it needs to go to the x, and it needs to go to the y. Okay? So what is 2 to the 5th power? It is 32. Okay? If you have a calculator and you don't want to type in 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, okay? This button right here, I call it the caret button because it looks like a carrot poking out of the... This is what you press for the exponent. So like 2 raised to the 5th equals. That's the button you would use, okay? So then we have x squared raised to the 5th, which means you're going to get a 10th power, 2 times 5. And then y raised to the 5th is going to be y to the 5th, okay? Wait, did I do that? Yeah. Make sure you take that exponent to each thing.
Also, I inform you guys. Oh, calculators got updated. There's certain thinking you can use the calculators on the phones, and I can do exponents.
Okay, good to know. All right, now, here's what I'm noticing in number 6. -2 squared. A lot of you have this wrong. We know that 2 squared is 4, correct? -2 squared. What's -2 times -2? It is a positive 4. Okay. Now, if you put it in your calculator, I would hope that you wouldn't. Okay. If you put it in your calculator like this, it's going to give you -4. But it's -2 as a whole, like the whole number is squared. Okay, so make sure you think about, are you squaring a positive or a negative number? Okay, the 2 needs to be applied to both the p exponent and the q exponent. So this becomes p to the 8th and q to the 12th. Do you agree with those? Okay. Then I had you skip to number 8, correct? Okay, now, what kind of number is -3 cubed going to be? -3 times -3 times -3.
First, it would be negative.
That is going to...
+9, and then you go forward.
Okay, so if you have a negative number and your exponent is even, it's going to get you a positive answer. But if you have a negative number raised to an odd exponent, that's when our answers are going to be negative. Okay, so then this is -27x to the what power? 6 power. Okay. Okay, how about for one more? Let's go back to number 7. I want you to do number 7 now that we've gone over those 3. I have confidence So you can do number 7. Is it going to be a positive or negative answer? Positive. Oh. Huh?
I did -4. I did -4. And then when I put this in, -4. Just gives me that.
Well, it just put 4 caret 4. You know it's going to be a positive. Don't even put any negatives in. All right, Vivi, what'd you get for your answer?
256, C12, B16.
Do we agree? Were you kind of freaked out by the 256?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not good at math.
Oh, Vivi.
Like I can't do math. Like
But you can. Okay, that was right. Okay, and if you have a calculator, be fine. Okay.
So here's a strategy.
All right.
The strategy is that if the exponent is even on the outside, it means it's going to be positive.
Yep.
If it's an odd, then it's going to be negative.
You are right. If the negative is inside. Okay. All right. Now, we need to keep things straight if we have multiple operations in our problem. So, if you look at number 10, we have power rule and we have a product rule. So, remind me, what does the P stand for in PEMDAS? Okay, so inside the parentheses, there's nothing we can do, but what does the E stand for? Exponents. We have to do our exponents before we can multiply. So this, like raised to the third, that's what I mean by exponents. So in order to do this problem, we have to apply this third power to make it x to the 9th, y to the 9th. Then we can actually multiply that to xy squared. Anybody brave enough to tell me what the answer is, M?
X to the 10th power, y to the 11th.
Do you agree with M's assessment there? Okay. Now that we're multiplying, we are going to add our exponents together. Okay. All right. You try 11 and 12. All right, Rachel, what'd you get for your answer, number 11?
I got A to the 11th and B to the 4th.
Does anybody disagree with that? You had a negative. Okay, so let's talk about this. We have a cubed times. What happens when we take -1 to the 4th power? Are we going to get a positive 1 or -1? We're going to get a positive 1. Remember, when we have an even power, -1 times -1 times -1 times -1, we're going to go with a positive answer. Okay? And so then we have a to the 6th and b to the 4th. Okay? Oh, it's not 6. What is it? 8. So then that a to the 11th, that looks perfect. Okay. All right, number 12. Anybody brave enough? Joey, what'd you get for your answer?
I got 4A to the 6th and B to the 6th.
You 48?
No, 4A to the 6th.
And b to the 6th?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this. When we take -2 squared, we would get 4. Do you agree?
Yes.
A squared, b to the 4th,
Yes.
right? And when we take 3 squared, would we get 9?
Yes.
A to the 4th, b to the 2nd. So what's 4 times 9?
4 times 26. Oh my God, I'm gonna look at that.
Whoops. So 36, but then I think I agree with the rest, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, without me, I want you to try number 14. Number 14 is an addition problem. I think you can do it. Okay. Can you do the addition right now?
No.
No. Work with your partner. Try number 14. Work with your partner. I don't want it silent in here, people.
How's your day been?
Talk about number 14.
So what's your opinion on the number?
I don't like it. I'm scared. It shows 13 and 15, pretty much the rest of them.
Let's see.
Wait, hold on.
Shouldn't the, wait, I think it
Because you take 3, you get 2 cubed, and that's what you get 8.
I haven't seen why that explains all this.
All right, let's see how you did. When you take whatever to the power of 3, did you get 8a to the 6th? When you multiply these two together, did you get 3a to the 6th? What do you disagree with there, Joey?
Why is that 3A? Wouldn't it be 4A? Because that A by itself would just be an A. Or is it because since there's no plus sign?
So this is multiplication. So 1 times 3 gives us 3. And then when we multiply our a's together, we add the exponents. And see, this is where we're going to have to be patient because we have a bunch of different rules that we're thrown together here. Now, when we're adding, we have to have like terms. Do we have like terms? So we add 8 and 3, and we keep our like term. I did see some people adding the exponents here. If we're adding, we keep. If it's apples plus apples, we still have apples. Okay? So make sure you still have 8 to the 6th there on that one. Okay? All right, redemption here. How about you try 15? Knowing what you know about 14, Let's try 15. This time I want you to actually work with your partner on it.
Hello, partner. So how long is the shift again?
This one's scary.
Are you doing the math? Wait, 7 times 7, 49. I should probably grab a calculator.
That's gross, but sure.
Skibbity toilet. 3 times 3.
9, 27, 81. Wait, Joey, is it 81?
I don't like this.
3/4
Shut up. I did not do that.
If it's
It
just,
is 81.
if it's 1 times 1, then it would just be,
81.
I forgot what I was doing. You're supposed to be working with your partner. Oh. I'm doing work on the side. So I'm trying. You're supposed to be doing the work on the side with your partner. You're doing your own. No, I'm mostly just staring at the paper actually. 49.
On Monday, we're going to fill this out. And on Tuesday, we're going to have a review for our quiz Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay?
Ooh, I like that.
Tomorrow and Friday, we'll have notes and homework out of the packet. Okay? Okay. Okay.
Hey, I'm not done yet.
Okay. I'm just saying okay. I didn't hear much noise, so I was thinking I was safe. Got it? What did you get? 32?
32 x to the 12 y to the 8.
X to the 12th. Okay. This is an answer I have seen. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I just saw it.
Okay.
Okay. So, let's do things one step at a time, see how you did. The first step we need to do is our exponents. So, help me out. What's 3 to the 4th? 81?
That's 81.
Okay. And then when we apply it to x cubed and y, we have x to the 12th, y to the 4th. Do you have that? Okay. Minus, we need to do our other exponent. 7 squared gives us 49. X to the 10th, y squared, right? Tinley? Your face is asking me a question. No? You don't have a question? Okay. Then we can do our multiplication. So we still have 81, x to the 12th, y to the 4th, minus 49. Now that we're multiplying, we're going to add our exponents. And conveniently, we have like terms that we can keep alike when we minus 81 and 49. Good. Okay, couple problems on the back.
Oh, shit. Oh, great.
Okay, perimeter and area. In your own words, raise your hand. What is perimeter?
Perimeter is. Well, I can tell you the formula.
What's the formula?
So the formula is side A plus side B plus side C plus side D.
Okay, so we're adding the sides together? Yeah? Okay, area depends on the shape, right?
The space inside of the shape.
The space inside of the shape. So, like the area for this one would be base times height. But the area for this one would be 1/2 base times height. Okay? So let's talk about number 17. Okay, if we want the perimeter, we are going to add up all the sides. So we're going to add up side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Since, you know, it's a triangle. Are all 3 of those like terms? Okay. I don't think they are. I think that this matches this one, but AB is not the same. So we can add 4 and 10 together for 14A squared B, but 3AB does not get to be there. So this is how we would leave our perimeter. Okay. Now, how do we find the area of a triangle? 1/2 base times height, right? Or base times height divided by 2. So I'm going to take 1/2 times. Our base would be 3AB. And our height would be 4A squared B. So the base and the height are going to meet at a 90-degree angle. Okay. All right, well, this is a multiplication problem, right? 1/2 times 3 times 4 would give us 6. A times A squared, A cubed, and B times B, B squared. Okay. Now, I do want to give you a little time to start your homework so that if you want to like do a couple of those complicated questions and ask me anything, you can. But what I do want to let you know is that if you were to need to find the area of a trapezoid, the area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the height times the sum of the bases. So like this would be the height, this would be base 1, and this would be base 2, just so you know. Okay, do you know how to find the area of a circle? Okay, good thing I'm going to write it down for you. Pi r squared. Pi r squared.
Thanks.
Okay, so your homework is page 6 and 7. It's going to look very similar to what we just